Hey everyone, happy Monday. Today's video has to do with a trip that my son and I took to Bed Bath & Beyond. Now I have to tell you that my word for 2018, you know how we sometimes pick words we're going to try to follow throughout the year? My word is simplify. Simplify and also breathe. Simplify/breathe. You don't want to go into Bed Bath & Beyond if you're trying to simplify your life. No. But I was in Bed Bath & Beyond with my son, and we were cracking up over the rows and rows and aisles of gadgets that are in that store, and they were so appealing. I wanted to just get this and this and this and this. And we cracked up over one in particular, and it was for your drain in your sink. It just kind of got all the hair out of the drain. Anybody else have problems with hair going down their drain? I do. And we laughed because what it was was really just a pipe cleaner with a little thing on the end. And we were like, well, shucks, I could have invented that. And this guy or girl is good for them. Great job. So we were shopping at Bed Bath & Beyond, and I had to restrain myself for not getting all these gadgets. I was very proud of myself. I think I might have just gotten one or two things, but they were needs and not wants. So here's what the video is about today. It's about letting the noise of stuff distract us from our true need. Now, please know that this video is not coming down on shopping at all. But I do know that sometimes I, and maybe somebody out there, has a habit of accumulating stuff. Anybody else accumulate stuff? Let me tell you about some things that I have accumulated over the years. I mean, thousands of things. But I am a collector of salt and pepper shakers. So I've accumulated salt and pepper shakers. I love little dessert plates, so I've accumulated dessert plates from antique malls. My dad, years and years ago, smoked a pipe, so I started collecting pipes because I just love to see the pipes. It reminds me of my dad. So I accumulate stuff, and that stuff that I once looked on as so lovingly, like, oh, I love that stuff, I start to resent it. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's closing in on me. All this stuff, it's overwhelming me. Has anybody ever felt that way? So I've discovered that the stuff that I once loved doesn't feel special anymore. Honestly, I think my junk drawers need junk drawers. And I'm not a hoarder. I've got places for things, but still, I've got junk. And I'm figuring out that sometimes that need for more is really just a cover up for what's going on inside of me. I like to tell my coaching clients, and I've actually done videos on this, that so much of our behavior is an inside job. It's those things that are deep down inside of us that manifest on the outside into habits or accumulation of clutter, stuff. So here's maybe some things that you are accumulating, if you will. Maybe it's not stuff. And by the way, that stuff, or what I mention here in just a minute, they're sort of like our pacifier or our binky. Like a little baby starts to cry and we give it that binky to pacify it, to make it calm down. Well, so many times we do that with things. So maybe it's not stuff. Maybe for you it's clothes. I actually have a little problem with that myself. But maybe your closet is so full, but you keep buying things that you don't even know what's in there anymore. Or you have clothes still from the 80s, which maybe I do a little bit in there. But maybe it's just trinkets. Maybe it's little stuff like the salt and pepper shakers, the dessert plates. Or maybe it's cigarettes for you. Maybe you smoke cigarettes and yes, that's habitual, but maybe there's something else that's going on inside too. Or maybe that's how the habit got started to begin with. Or Maybe it's instead of one glass of wine or one margarita or one whatever, Moscow Mule, it's 2, 3, or 4. It's you reaching for more or ordering another round because you're trying to fill something inside. Or maybe it's gambling or drugs. I don't know. But the video today is to really make you stop, make myself stop and say, what is going on the inside? Here's the deal though. Sometimes that stopping to look on the inside, well, that takes a long time, right? That takes work. That takes digging. That takes questioning yourself. That takes getting to know yourself instead of just speeding by. It takes getting to know. Instead of letting all the noise happen that numbs you, how can you get to know yourself? All that noise and that stuff that we do are just quick fixes. And I'm just as bad as the next person. I am a work in progress. So I'm learning how to nurture me instead of numb me. And in order to do that, and by the way, I don't have any answers on this video. I don't have, if you do this, this happens. I'm just posing some things for you to think about. And I coach my coaching clients on this a lot, about stopping smoking or reaching a goal, a health goal that they want. And they just numb themselves with food or numb themselves with a cigarette or whatever. Look on the inside. So here are some things that I am doing, and I did the other day at Bed Bath & Beyond, and these are just suggestions that you can do. Because here's the deal. Sometimes when we think we need more, we really need less, right? We need less. So before I want to get the credit card out and buy something, or just go down the aisles and take and fill my cart, sometimes I just wait, because that impulse buying, that's what it is, it's impulse buying. But if I wait, and if I'm on the computer, if I walk away, that impulse has left me after a while, and I don't necessarily want to buy that. I also, and this is what I do with my coaching clients a lot, is we talk about a nourishment menu. What can we do for ourselves that completely nourishes us on the inside? Maybe it's taking a walk. Maybe it's getting a facial. Maybe it's listening to your favorite music. What are those things that you can do on the inside to nurture yourself instead of numb yourself with clutter or food or drinks or gambling, whatever? I also ask myself, is this a want or is this a need? Do I really, really, really need this? Is it like a life or death situation, or is it just a want? Will this thing that I want, will it bring me pleasure forever? Or am I going to get ticked at it by looking at it in about 2 or 3 months because now it's just clutter? Is it going to add value to my life? Is it going to add value to me? Is it going to nourish me as a person? Those are just some things that you can ask yourself. Again, they're not solutions, but I think if you summed up this video, it would be to realize that sometimes you don't need more, you need less. Sometimes you don't need all the noise to numb, but you need to nurture yourself instead. And that's so hard in this world as it is now, because we are juggling plates and hamster wheel, coming and going and rushing around and trying to make it to the next level, that sometimes we don't stop long enough to nurture us on the inside. It takes work. It's not easy. So that's my video today. If you got any value out of this, and maybe this was for you, or maybe it's for somebody that you love and you know they have maybe just a little need that they're not addressing. Now, guys, this video is what, like 8 minutes long? It is not the solution for something that's been going on forever, but it is the start of digging a little bit and asking yourself. And I've had those things going on in my life for years where I tried to numb myself with things. Not eating for me, that was me. Instead of eating, I didn't eat, you know, or you know, over exercising. We do things all the time to numb things instead of nurture. So that's my video today. If you got any value out of this, or if you know somebody or you yourself want to private message me and go offline with this conversation, I'd love to do that as well, because I'm passionate about paying things forward that have been paid to me, information, some insight, and that's what I love to do. So, so reach out to me if you want. Otherwise, have a great Monday evening, early evening, and I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching.